Welcome back, H barbarians. The market is down, crypto as a whole is down, and Hedera H bar is down with it. But obviously, behind the scenes, the fundamentals are still growing strong. We're going to be looking at this in a moment, stock market 2.0. But first, let's see what is happening in the market, folks. This seems like a bloodbath, but overall, the entire market is really gloomy, folks. Look at this. People wondering if it will break down this area over here or not. Let us look at the broader perspective. We've got some crucial support levels over here, folks. I think that around 8 cents, we might consolidate around 8 cents, 8.5 cents. Yeah, let's hope so. Let's hope that the price rebounds well from these levels because we are way down obviously at this point, but the fundamentals, folks, they are strong. Hedera is still one of the best projects in the entire space. Enterprise adoption, utility, governing council, you name it.
In Hashgraph, what we do is we have fair ordering. But imagine if we use these ledgers for other applications, like a stock market. So imagine this. We're going to have a stock market, but we're not going to have the New York Stock Exchange set up a computer that we all have to trust New York Stock Exchange Incorporated to be honest in their computer. Instead, we're going to let each of the brokers have a computer, and those computers themselves are the stock market. There is no one else. There is no stock market corporation involved. It's just the brokers themselves being the stock market. And they don't trust each other, definitely. If we do a stock market like that, then we start to care a lot about exactly what order the transactions are in. If you put in a bid, and I put in a bid, and mine, actually I put it in later than yours, but I could bribe somebody and get mine to count as before yours, that would be bad. People spend millions and millions of dollars just to shave milliseconds off of how long their bids go into the stock market. This is an incredibly important thing to stockbrokers. They would never use a market where it was possible for one individual to arbitrarily reorder some of the ordering or influence the bids and asks into a bad ordering, the way they want it to be. In Hashgraph, what we do is we have fair ordering. When you send out your transaction, it's going to go to the community as fast as possible, and you're going to get credit for it when it reaches most of the community. And when I send out my transaction, I'm going to get credit for it when it reaches most of the community. And whoever reached most of the community first is going to count as being first. And there's no one person that I could slip some money to that would get mine put before yours. If you reach the world before I reach the world, then you get credit for it, guaranteed. So we have fairness of ordering. We want something fast, secure, and fair. We can do all three of those in Hashgraph.
This is awesome. This is awesome. H barbarians, whenever you meet people in the H bar community or externally, they complain about the price action. But besides that, folks, H bar has a lot of things going for it in 2026. So look at this. Partnership with McLaren. Check, by the way, shout out to Tokenizer. Davos speaker with GBBC, World Economic Forum, IIF. We've got that checked as well. Community partner with Genfinity, huge. Partner with America 2050. I mean, this one is really great as well. Look at this. Hedera has partnered with America 2050, the official government body for the US, semi-quintessential to power multiple national celebration initiatives on Hedera. Let's check what America 2050 is, folks. Look at this. This is the official Twitter page of the US Commission and America2050.org. 31.3k followers, folks. So yeah, let me open this up. Through its partnership with McLaren and Arrow, Hedera will help lead and enable Grand Prix related event and experiences at scale. It is taking over this infrastructure, folks. Let's check this out. Let's open this up. America 2050. Look at this. Yeah, 161 years ago, the House passed the 13th Amendment, formally ending slavery in the United States. Now we want to usher in a new financial system as well, with H bar taking over this invisible ubiquity vision that it has for us, folks. Look at this. Enterprise rails that just work. This is Mance on CNBC, by the way, folks. If we think about the internet, it runs on technologies no one has ever heard of. Hedera will be the same, folks. We're talking about invisible technology behind the scenes that will be running the financial systems. And, folks, as far as the prices are concerned, we saw bloodbath in the market. This is X Finance Bull. Stop watching the H bar charts for a minute. You might ask why? Why should we do that? You should do that to understand that behind the scene, Hedera has a lot of services and use cases to offer. The entire market is dumping. Hedera is down with everything else. Even if everything else goes up, you might say that HBAR has gone down as well. But that is not the question. The question that you need to ask is, does it provide something of value in the real world? Look at this. The product suite, token service for creating digital assets, consensus service for tamper-proof data logging, smart contract service for programmable logic, asset tokenization studio for institutions, stablecoin studio for compliant dollar-backed tokens, AI studio for verifiable machine learning. Huge, folks. Sustainability studio for ESG tracking. Folks, you name it, any sector, be it payments, be it gaming, be it real world asset tokenization, you name it, folks. Hedera is everywhere. And if you haven't seen recently, Hedera has explicitly called its technology an alternate to blockchain, and it wants to provide use cases unprecedented. Look at this in the segments of tokenization, artificial intelligence, sustainability, payments, identity, decentralized finance, enterprise applications. Hedera brings its use case everywhere, and each one drives HBAR demand. Folks, HBAR is a utility token. It is a utility coin, basically. It is going to be used in the infrastructure. The network effect is built in. As adoption grows across any vertical, HBAR demand grows with it, folks. Look at this. We've got Mingo and Hedera fixing ticketing with auditability and trust. So even in the ticketing sector, Hedera is making a mark as well. This is huge. A ledger can make the ticket lifecycle verifiable. Ticketing can be really great when it comes to NFTs, when it comes to rewards, use cases, verifiability, security, transparency, and accountability, folks. This is huge. Look at this. This is the process. We've got issuance, ownership. Everyone has a unique ownership. Then we transfer, settlement. So this is huge, folks. This is transparency of the highest order. And obviously, folks, ticketing also needs auditability and transparency like any other segment and category out there. In my opinion, this is great. Mingo, Hedera, ticketing needs auditability and transferability. And indeed, folks, this is impressive. So, folks, what do you guys think about the updates happening in the Hedera ecosystem? The market might be down, but behind the scenes, look at this: post quantum plus Department of Defense grid compliance plus DLT. Why the Hedera ecosystem is quietly growing. Hedera is basically growing as we're speaking. We've seen military use cases on Hedera as well, US military adoption. So a lot of things are happening for Hedera behind the scenes. So folks, what do you guys think about it? And for regular Hedera HBAR developments and updates, do subscribe the channel. Until next time, HBarbarians, peace.